Alright, Paul, now it's time for the round 16. That's my burden. 16 nations still have a chance to crown Supreme Champion for the 2019 Championship season. And for this first race of the round 16, the hosting participant, ChaoEmperor of Ecuador, will be battling against Sumone Lust of Puerto Rico. And as we all know, the round 16 races will be held on the Amethyst course. So, here's looking lineup for the first round 16 race of this next round. And let's send down to the field once again and wish the first two round 16 participants good luck in the race tonight. Please start the race. Alright, so Ecuador and Puerto Rico will start off the action for round 16 this year. These two Chao are closing in on each other at the current moment. All the 6 Chao also still closing in on each other. And we look at, yep, they are making their way towards the bridges at the current moment. And it looks like number 5 taunts for point. And right now, Sumone is going to be heading for the water. And who is going to get the first speed bus on the round 16? It's number 7. That's one of the Chao's for the best. And right now it is numbers 5 and 8 who are getting left behind on the competition over at the back of the bridges. And it looks like number 2 is going to rest. That means he will drop down to last place over the competition. Number 7 got the first speed bus on this round. As the superstar to get speed bus number 2 is number 6. He and number 7 are both catching up to both ChaoEmperor and Sumone. These 4 Chao, including the 2 Super Chao and our 2 round 16 participants, are making their way towards the top of the hill. Which one of them will get to the finish line first? It might as well be ChaoEmperor by way of side. Yep, I do believe ChaoEmperor is going to move on. Yep, as number 7 takes next speed bus, ChaoEmperor is moving on to the round of 8 for Ecuador. Thanks Puerto Rico for all your support. Ecuador has to be one step closer towards a repeat Supreme Champion this year. Let's hope for the very best for the hosting nation in the next round. Alright, now we move on to race number 2 of the round 16. It will feature Fanak Welton of Pakistan and Ben Sumone of Denmark. So, who will face ChaoEmperor and Ecuador in the round of 8? We're about to find out right now. It's either Pakistan or Denmark who's going to move on. And we're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race! And it looks like, by the way it looks at it, Ben Sumone is off to a good start ahead of Fanak Welton. Fanak and Ben are rushing from the rainbow path. And now they are making their way through the starting gates. Now they are making their way towards the bridges. Ben Sumone has command of the lead ahead of Fanak Welton and the current moment. Fanak Welton trying his best to catch up to Ben Sumone. They are now making their way towards the bridges in the current moment. And it looks like Ben Sumone is going to rest. That means Fanak Welton will have command of the lead over at the bridges. As the first superstar to get speed bus is in fact Ben Sumone. His strategy worked. And now he is once again catching up to Fanak Welton of Pakistan. Right now, some of the Super Chao are rushing for the bridges. I do believe numbers 1 and 7 are heading for the water come one by the way looks like. Yep. Couple Super Chao trying to catch up on the bridges. As speed bus number 2 in this race will be made by Fanak Welton of Pakistan. Now trying to make the pass for number 1 for 2nd place. But it looks like it's going to be Denmark who's going to face Ecuador in the round of 8. Ben Sumone is not going to pause any longer for this race. He is going to beat out Fanak Welton to win this one. As number 1 takes the next speed bus, Ben Sumone is going to face Ecuador in the round of 8 over Pakistan's Fanak Welton. Thank you, Pakistan, for being with us, and congratulations, Denmark. You're going to face Ecuador in the round of 8. Best luck in the next round. Back in a bit. Do not go away. Alright, now we move on to race number 3, Paul. And who do you have again? Race number 3 will feature Sumone Lust of Brazil and Cynthia Hendricks of Haiti. So we have the fastest runner still in contention to bring home the crown as the 2019 Supreme Champion. Let's see how well he will do in this next race. Everyone is on the clock. And let's rock this place! Alright, the next two superstars are off and running, and there goes Sumone Lust, busting wild down the out. He is quickly making it to the bridges, and what we have doing? He is actually making his way towards the water. Now he will try to gain a little bit more ground than the only one. He is swimming to the other side of the water from the bottom of the hill and between the bridges. He is doing a very good job of keeping up with the pace. And who is going to get the best speedruns on this race? It's going to be number 8. But he is going to rest, so he will drop down a couple places. And right now, Sumone Lust has made it to the other side of the water. Now he is making his way towards the top of the hill. I do believe he is going to let Brazil to the round of 8, yeah? As number 7, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then, takes speedbus number 2, and there he goes, flying over the hill, trying to get some ground in the only man. As Sumone Lust lifts Brazil to the round of 8 over Sylvia Hendricks, who will come in 2nd place. Thanks, Eddie, for all your support. You will come in 2nd place for this race. And Brazil, I do believe you're going to put a smile on your face for a moment. You guys are moving on to the round of 8. And let's find out who will join Sumone Lust and Team Brazil in the round of 8 with this next race coming up. Race number 4 will feature Steven Yorchaya of the United Kingdom and Tomas Bernales of Serbia. So, back to the amethyst course. As we take a look at the lineup for this next race, the winner will go on to face Sumone Lust of Brazil in the round 8. The loser will have to wait another year. Let's find out who wants to get closer to victory. Please start the race. Okay, and there goes Steven Yorchaya and Tomas Bernales. They are making their way through the main path. Tomas Bernales off to a very good start ahead of the competition. They are making their way towards the bridges at the current moment. Tomas Bernales trying to defend the lead over number 7 and Steven Yorchaya up in the front. Tomas Bernales wants to lift Serbia one step closer to the grand final, and it looks like Steven Yorchaya is going to be heading for the water. As number 2 wins the twice, and I do believe Steven Yorchaya, yeah, he dropped down the water. He was unable to make it to the top of the hill. Oh well, he'll still be able to swim his way through the water. Still has a chance to make a comeback here. As speedbus number 2 in this race, win made by number 5. He was going to rest for a while, but now he's trying to gain some ground in the early one. And right now it is number 2 who's trying to defend the lead over the 6 stewards down from number 7. And down goes number 7, and oh, he fell over at the bridges. Steven Yorchaya trying to make a statement in the early one. As number 5, wow, back-to-back speedbus. And I think Tomas Bernales was going to rest him. So Steven Yorchaya will not have command of the lead. Number 6 and 8 are battling for D-Wave all the way in the back. As number 1 takes next speedbus. Steven did it! Steven Yorchaya with that incredible comeback beats Tomas Bernales to move on to the round 8. Unbelievable! Thank you, Serbia, for all your support. We'll see you in the round 8 United Kingdom, and we will see you right after this announcement. Do not go away! 4 more spots to be determined for the round of 8. Follow who we have next. Next up, we have Ruben Morton of Norway and Yasmin Aquino of the Philippines. So let's see how this race will unfold for this next 2 participants in the round 16. Good luck to Norway and the Philippines on quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Okay, so Ruben Morton and Yasmin Aquino are the next 2 participants up in the round 16, and we'll see who will prevail in the only one. And it looks like numbers 1 and 7 will go in west, so these 2 super channels will be left behind on the competition for a while. Ruben and Yasmin are going to make their way towards the bridges in the Cameron. It's a close contest so far, and Yasmin Aquino is last. That means Ruben Morton will have a little bit of breathing room, and a couple super channels are heading for the water. We'll see how well they'll move to the water at the Cameron. As the first superstar to get speed bus is number 6, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And number 8 was going to rest, so number 6 will move up a place. And it looks like number 5 is going to rest. Oh, and down goes Hubert Morton. He fell in the water. That's going to cause some serious damage. Well, anyway, number 5 will get speedless. Number 2, he can say farewell to the other 6 Chao in a hurry. And right now he is catching up to Hubert Morton and Yasmin Aquino, and Hubert Morton possibly. That means Yasmin Aquino will have command of the lead. And as number 8 takes the next speedless, trying to stay alive in the game, Yasmin Aquino is going to march to the round 8 for Team Philippines. Thank you, Norway, for being with us. Good luck on your championship next season. Yasmin Aquino, you made the Filipino proud today. And thus, you're moving one step closer towards the Supreme Champion crown. Congratulations, Team Philippines. Alright, now for race number 6. This will determine who will face Yasmin Aquino of the Philippines in the next round. Will be Lauren Elk of Belize or Zajan Mikhachev of Russia. The golden answer is just around the corner as the players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock and let's have a Chao race. Alright then, the next 2 participants are off and running, trying to have the right to face Yasmin Aquino and Team Philippines when we get to the round 8 later on in the show. And right now, all to a very good start is Zajan Mikhachev of Russia. They are going to make their way towards the bridges at the curve point. Zajan Mikhachev trying to rush it back to the round 8. And one is Silver Channel Squad West. And oh boy, Lauren Elk flew over in the circle a little too far. That's going to cost him. Anyway, number 5 will win the opening toss for this race. And point number 7 is getting left behind by numbers 1 and 2. Number 7 is trying desperately to catch up in a hurry. He might as well get some speed runs, and I mean right now if he wants to stay alive in the game. But it's number 5 who opens this one up with back-to-back speed runs, and look at that. I think it should be enough to take the lead over the 6 Silver Chao. And it looks like Zajan Mikhachev has his race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, as number 1 takes the next speed race. Zajan Mikhachev with Russia to the round 8. So they're going to face Yasmin Aquino and Team Philippines later on in the tournament. Thanks to everyone who participated from Belize for all your support. Russia, you guys are going to face the Philippines in the next round, and will present the remainder of the round 16 in this year's Tournament of Champions after we find out a little bit about this. And now just 2 races left before we move on to the next round. You said it, Brandon. First we have Fabio Natellas of Spain and Sergio Haros of Liberia. And here's looking right up for lucky race number 7. Let's find out who will be lucky enough to win and move one step closer to becoming Supreme Champion. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race. Alright, so Spain and Liberia vying for the 7th spot of the 8 participants for the round of 8 in the next segment of the 2019 Tournament of Champions. The 2 Chao are closing in on each other at the curve more, by the way I said. Actually, it is Sergio Haros who paused for one. So far behind Natellas will have control early on, and a couple of Chao are going to rest, by the way. So yeah, Fabio Natellas trying to defend the lead over at the bridges, and it will be number 6 who will win the opening toss for this race. And there goes Sergio Haros making her way through the water, trying to get Liberia one step closer to the grand final this year. She has made it to the other side of the water, and she's one of us. As speed race number 2 in this race was made by number 7, who is trying to catch up with number 1. And right now, Fabio Natellas is trying to defend the lead over Sergio Haros. They are both making their way towards top hill along with number 6. They're almost at the finish line, folks. Who's going to win this one? Sergio Haros, we're making a statement when the next commands me us. and she's trying to take the lead away from Fabio Natellis, and she wins this one just by a few feet. Ginger Hollows is moving on to the Valor A4 Life area. Wow, that was an exciting contest. Thank you, Spain, for making it this far, and congratulations to Life area on a well-played performance. And now Batten in his odd turn. Raymond Hill takes the stage for the final race on the round 8. He'll be facing off with Dennis Mijare of Team Germany. So, will USA earn another victory and move one step closer towards having a number Supreme Champion? There's only one way to find out. Everyone is on the clock. Good luck to Raymond Hill and Dennis Mijare on the quest for victory. Please start the race! Alright, so as we all know, USA has won the tournament 3 times in 1992, 1993, and 2005. Tonight, Raymond Hill is trying his best to make his way towards the grand final so that he can have a shot of becoming the Supreme Champion this year. By now, Dennis Mijare is closing in on him at the count of 1. They are both making their way towards the bridges, and we'll see how this race will unfold. As the first superstar to get a speed bus is number 6. So for the second race in a row, number 6 has won the opening toss. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. And it looks like he is going to be heading for the water. So he will gain some ground in the early run. Well, he's trying to get back in his one from the Ellison Hurry. And this time, number 6 goes 1 consecutive to open this one up. He is making his way towards the bridges. And right now, Raymond Hill trying his best to defend the lead over Dennis Mijare. I do believe the USA is going to move on, yeah? As number 8 takes the next speed bus, Raymond Hill is going to hold on Dennis Mijare for the victory. Raymond Hill does it. The USA is going to face Liberia in the round 8. Special thanks to all the players of Germany for being with us. We're going to move on to the round 8 button. That's right, and we will present the round 8 action after we hear a word from this. Alright, Paul. Now the tournament action is starting to heat up a little bit. We have 8 nations still in the hunt to become the Supreme Champion of the 2019 Chao Racing Championship season. And by the way it looks at it, the hosting nation is one of them. That's right, and that is what we have to start the round of 8 for race number 1. Chao of Ecuador will be taking on the 2013 winner, Ben Sulain of Denmark. And as you know, these races will be held on the Sapphire, of course. So one of them is going to reach the grand final. Who exactly is going to have a chance to become Supreme Champion in the final round? There's only one way to find out. Everyone is on the clock. And please start the race. Here we go. The next 2 superstars are off and running to start off the round of 8 play. Try and get one step closer to earning the crown as Supreme Champion this year. And it looks like a couple of Stuart Chow were tardy for a moment. And I do believe number 5 was Squarettes, so he will be left behind in the crowd for a while. And now it looks like the 8 Chow are going to make their way towards the wall. And it looks like another Stuart Chow Squarettes as number 1 wins the wing toss for this race. And right now it is Chao of Ecuador who leads over number 8. And number 8 is Squarettes, so he will drop down a couple places. Chao currently leading over the 8 Chao come one. They are all climbing up the wall. And it was indeed our leader, Chao who had control of speed bus number 2. So now he has a little bit more breathing room ahead of Ben Sulain of Denmark. Oh, Ben Sulain, then hurry up if he wants to have another crown as a Supreme Champion this year. Will he make the pass? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 8. He currently is in 4th place at Cameroon. And right now, Chao trying with Ecuador to a grand final return. Ben Sulain making one last effort to stay alive, but I don't think that is going to happen at all. As number 2 takes the next speed, leading over the 6-7 Chao. Ben Sulain will not have enough distance to catch up to Chao in time. And number 7 speed was too late. Chao is finalist number 1 for Ecuador. thanks Denmark for all your support to run for your championship. Ecuador's moving one win away towards repeating their dreams. Good job by Ecuador, and there's more something coming up. Do not go away. And now we move on to race number 2. The next round of a semi-final will feature Sumone Lust of Brazil, who is the fastest runner of the 48 participants this year. He'll be taking on Steven Chao of the United Kingdom, one of the strongest Chao of this roster. And there's looking at the lineup for his next race. Who is going to join Chao and Team Ecuador in this year's grand final? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! And number 1 is good, so he will be left behind the crowd. And there goes Sumone Lust, pressing well down the checkered path in the sapphire course. And he is already making his way towards the wall. And right now we check in on Steven Chao of the United Kingdom. He is trying his best to battle with numbers 5 and 8. With number 5 for second place in the count point. He is doing his best, alright. Oh, and down he goes slowly for the count. That's a constant. But I'm pretty sure he'll use all his muscles once he gets to the wall, as the first superstar to get beat is number 2. And that should move up a place or two, right? And quickly Steven Chao made to the top of the wall, but there goes Sumone Lust, quickly making his way to the home stretch, trying to Brazil to a Cinderella dream this year in the grand final. As Steven Chao, trying desperately to make one last effort to stay alive, takes speed as number 2 in this race, but I think Sumone Lust is going to have a little bit of room ahead of Steven Chao. Yeah, he is probably the best swimmer anyway. So Brazil is going to have another chance to become Supreme Champion this year. As number 8, well, the next command appears. And right now, Sumone Lust is making his way towards finish line. He is going to lift Brazil to another grand final this year. Sumone Lust is finalist number 2 for Brazil. As number 8 is back to close this one out with back-to-back appeals. Thank you, United Kingdom, for all your support. Hope to see you next year. Congratulations, Brazil. You are finalist number 2 in the grand final. You'll be joining Ecuador in the grand final. Back in a bit. Do not go away. Well, Paul, we got 2 more spots to fill up in the grand final. So tell us all about this next race. Next up, we have Yasmin Aquino of the Philippines and ChaoEmperor of Russia. Who is going to join Brazil and Ecuador in the grand final for 2019 this year? We're about to find out right now. It's best luck to everyone from the Philippines and Russia cheering on Yasmin Aquino and ChaoEmperor for the victory. Let's rock this place! Alright, so the Philippines and Russia will be bidding for the next spot in this year's grand final. And number 1 is going to rest again. So he'll be left behind for a second time in this race. And down goes Russia's ChaoEmperor. He almost ran off course, but I'm pretty sure he's going to keep up with his pace early on. Yasmin Aquino trying her best to catch up with ChaoEmperor in a hurry. And who is going to get the first speed race this time around? It's number 1. That's who. I do believe he is going to move up to the lead to third place by way of upset. Yep. At number 5 is going to rest, so he will drop down to last place for the current point. As speed race number 2 in this race was made by number 2. And right now, ChaoEmperor is going to rest. That means Yasmin Aquino will have the privilege to battle with him for the lead as they make their way through past the waterfall. They are both approaching the home stretch to come on, and it looks like Yasmin Aquino passes one. So ChaoEmperor will have command of the lead for the second time in this race. As the next speed is made by number 6. And right now, ChaoEmperor is making his way towards home stretch. I do believe Yasmin Aquino's epic flying ability is going to come up short. Yep, ChaoEmperor has defended the lead for the moment. As number 7 will get a turn now. I don't think Yasmin Aquino will be able to find a home to make the pass from ChaoEmperor. Russia is expected to get another grand final appearance this year. And there you have it. ChaoEmperor is finalist number 3 for the Russian Federation. Thank you, Philippines, for all your support. I know it's heartbreaking that you lost, but it's always next year. Congratulations, Russia, on another successful grand final appearance, and we'll have the USA up and running for race number 4 after we hear a word from this. And now, Paul, just one more spot to fill up before we're all set for the 2019 Grand Final this year. That's right, this race will determine who will have the right to face Ecuador, Brazil, and Russia in this year's Grand Final. Will it be Sergio Ramos of Liberia or Raymond Hill of the USA? Brandon, I hope it's going to be Raymond Hill from the USA who's going to move on to the Grand Final. Let's see if my predictions are right. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, so we know that the USA hasn't reached the Grand Final in a long time. 2006 was the last time they made it to the Grand Final. And right now, a couple of Stuart Chao on the rest. Raymond Hill trying to lift the USA to their first Grand Final in 13 years. Sergio Ramos trying her best to catch up to Raymond Hill in a hurry. Raymond Hill is quickly speeding his way towards the wildcard point, and we'll soon know how well the fate the USA will hold later on in the show. As the first superstar gets beat, but is number 5, who is trying to catch up with the other Stuart Chao and Harry, and it looks like number 2 was correct, so he'll drop down a couple places. And right now, he'll have to battle with number 8 and a couple other Stuart Chao for the life on the way back. As Speedbus number 2 in this race was made by Sergio Ramos of Liberia. She wanted to lift Africa to a Grand Final this year. Raymond Hill trying his best. Come on, American fans, we need Raymond Hill in the Grand Final this year. Well, anyway, who is going to get the next command Speedbus? It's number 1, who is trying to lead over the 6 Stuart Chao in 3rd place. And right now, it looks like, Brandon, we might see a Grand Final appearance this year. I don't know, Paul. Tell us all about it. Alright, Raymond Hill is making his way towards home stretch to come on. As number 1 takes back US, and for the first time in 13 years, we're going to see the USA in the Grand Final. Raymond Hill is finalist number 4 for the 2019 Grand Final. Thank you, Liberia, for all your support. Brandon, we're going to move on to the Grand Final. That is right, Paul, and we'll have the Grand Final after these messages. Do not go anywhere. And now back with us once again, the Commissioner of the Chao Racing Universe, Patrick Sumone. Hello again, Chao Racing Universe. Well, it's been an exciting night so far here in the Tournament Champions. We started off with 48 nations, then we now are down to 16 and 8, and now there are just 4 participants left that will have a chance to earn a crown as Supreme Champion for the 2019 Chao Racing Championship season. Audience, who do you think deserves to be the Supreme Champion this year? Here's your cast. Will it be Sumone Lust of Brazil? Sergio of Russia? Raymond Hill of the USA? Or do you think it's going to be ChaoEmperor of the host nation of Ecuador? Well, the golden answer is just moments away. Let's get to it with our Grand Final. Alright, Paul, let's determine our Supreme Champion for the 2019 Chao Racing Champion season with our Grand Final. That you said it, Brandon. It will feature ChaoEmperor of Ecuador, Sumone Lust of Brazil, Sergio of Russia, and Raymond Hill of the USA. Patrick, take it away. You'll be held on the air reports. Thanks, everybody. And audience, we are ready to present the Grand Final. So we wish each of our 4 participants best luck one last time this season in hopes of becoming the next Supreme Champion of the Chao Racing Universe. Audience, help us count down backwards from 5 to start the tournament. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, and there goes Sumone Lust busting round on the O's, trying to fulfill a cinema dream for Team Brazil. this year. They haven't won since 2002. That was when they were the hosting nation that time. And right now he's eating food and it looks like he's dancing to the beat. But he knows he's going to be off and running soon enough. The young future are going to eat the food. They're going to stay on the country of Russia. And Sumone Lust is off and running again. He is going to have command on the lead for Team Brazil. And the fans mean it. And who is going to get the first BS on this year's grand final? It's Raymond Hill, our very own superstar from the USA. And right now, number 7 is getting left behind on the competition. So it's number 1. Looks like number 1 is going to be heading for the water. And number 8 is going to rest. As Raymond Hill opens up this year's grand final of the Tournament Champions with back-to-back spears. And right now, Sumone Lust is quickly making his way towards the top of the hill, trying to complete Brazil's Cinderella run this season. As the next spear is made by number 8, who desperately needs to catch up on the crowd over the bridges. And right now, Sejan McCarter sits in second place ahead of Raymond Hill of the USA. He is trying his best to catch up with Sumone Lust's pace at the current moment. And who got the next one? It's the hosting nations, ChaoEmperor are back with one. And Raymond Hill is going to rest. So ChaoEmperor will move up to third place. Meanwhile, Sumone Lust has a commanding lead over Russia's Sejan McCarter. She is quickly making his way towards the wall. And his Brazilian fans mean it by the way, looks at it. As number 7, who really needs help battling among them 2 and 8, gets the next command spears. Meanwhile, ChaoEmperor is battling with Raymond Hill of the USA in the battle for third place, and ChaoEmperor is going to rest. So Raymond Hill will once again have control of third place, but it will be a miracle to make it all the way to first place. Well, better luck next year. Back to number 7, now getting a little more help that time. Sumone Lust by the west, but now he's off and running again. He is going to make his way towards home stretch with no opponents to worry about by the current one, as Sejan McCarter takes the next SPS, but he did get a lot of it that time. Looks like Brazil is finally going to have another Supreme Champion after 17 years. This will be the first time since 2002 that Brazil will be on top of the Chao Racing Universe. As number 1, well, the next SPS, and Sejan McCarter will not have enough distance to catch up to our Supreme Champion Sumone Lust in time. Sumone Lust wins the Tournament of Champions as number 2 takes the next PS. So for the first time since 2002, Brazil is on top of the Chao Racing Universe with Sumone Lust's incredible speed and wisdom. Sejan McCarter will come second place. That's the number 1 overall finish for Team Russia. And this year, the USA is going to want him in third place with Raymond Hill. That's number 1. Again, no turn. That makes it second speed by the race. And our hearts go out to all the fans here at Ecuador for ChaoEmperor who will come in 4th place. Thanks USA, Russia, and all the fans here in Ecuador for being with us and making it this far. And congratulations to all the fans and staff of Team Brazil. Sumone Lust is the Supreme Champion, and we'll be right back with the closing ceremony after we hear a word from this. Well, Paul, as we wrap up this year's exciting Tournament Champions, how does it feel for the USA to make it this far? Oh, it was a fun time. They actually finished in the top 3 with third place on the podium, and we'd like to congratulate Team Brazil and Sumone Lust on becoming the winners of the 2019 Tournament Champions. Sumone Lust deserves to be Supreme Champion this year, but I think everyone's a winner here in the Tournament Champions. Is that right, Brandon? That's right, Paul. Everyone's a winner in the Tournament Champions for this year, and congratulations to Sumone Lust of Team Brazil for winning the Tournament Champions for 2019. Right now, let's hear Pastor Sweeney about the closing ceremony and the official podium presentation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the Chao Racing Universe, here are the official final standings for the 2019 Chao Racing Tournament of Champions. In third place, we will always salute to the stars and stripes forever and for all glory. Give it up for Raymond Hill from the USA. In second place, another great performance by the unit itself. Let's hear a big round of applause for Sejan McCarter of Russia. First place, we invite all Brazilian fans to stand up and pay tribute to the 2019 Supreme Champion of the Chao Racing Universe, Sumone Lust of Brazil! Congratulations, Sumone Lust! It's been 17 years since Brazil has last won the Tournament Champions back in 2002, and now, after these 17 years, Brazil is back on top in the Chao Racing Universe, and you are the top superstar and king of the Chao Racing Universe. That means next year's 2020 tournament will be held in Rio de Janeiro. Big round of applause one last time for Sumone Lust, your 2019 Supreme Champion! So, we have come to the official end of the 29th edition of the Chao Racing Tournament of Champions. We'd like to thank everyone for participating with all 48 nations and their fans and staff for being with us here in Quito, Ecuador this year, and we hope to do it again next year in Rio de Janeiro for 2020. Until next year, this is Patrick Sweeting signing off from all of our local hosts and play-by-play announcers. We invite you to keep on smiling and look forward to a happy holiday and best wishes for the new decade. See you in Rio, everybody! This is Paul Dragonmore with Pat Jane signing off. Thank you so much for participating in the 2019 Tournament of Champions podcast. All regular races resume next week with our tag team finale. Don't miss it then. See you next week.